I never thought I was going to say it. I really didn't. I just got to say it fast and it won't be as painful. Go Buffalo Bill. Go Go Buffalo Bill. Go Buffalo. Stop stuttering. Stop stuttering. Go Buffalo. No, I'm actually serious. We do gotta root for the Buffalo Bills next Sunday. As much as that sucks, because I hate this team, the people that have been on this channel know how much I cannot stand the Bills. And there's a lot of other outcomes we could root for as well, but the easiest one is to root for the Bills next Sunday. Now, why? Why? Well, the Patriots lost, and usually that's a good thing. But this is the one time that actually hurts pretty badly. You know, let's be honest, we're not going to win the division. We're fighting for a wild card spot. It's possible to win the division, but we're probably not going to. The Colts, I guess there is kind of a chance they could win the division, but it's still going to be hard because they lost to the Titans twice. Well, they have the tiebreaker over us because they already beat us. They don't have a really hard schedule coming up. They got to play the Cardinals, but even if they lose that, you know, they still have the tiebreaker over us. So we were really actually kind of hoping that they would lose to this game to the Patriots and to the Cardinals, because then we would get in over them if we win out. All of these scenarios we have to win out. It's so unlikely you make it any other way. But now that the Patriots did lose, in the one time you kind of shouldn't have wanted that to happen, gosh, now what do? You could root for the Bills to choke, which is maybe possible. They could lose to the Patriots next week, which would put them at 7 losses. But again, they have the tiebreaker over us. So you would have to hope they lose one of their next 2 at least. Their 2 after that is going to be against the Falcons at home and the Jets. I can't remember if it's home or away, but it doesn't really matter because it's in New York. They're not very far. But yeah, let's be honest. Do you really think the Bills are going to lose to the Falcons and the Jets? Like, maybe the Falcons if they're still fighting for playoff positioning at that point, but probably not, especially since they're home. And then the Jets are the Jets, so they're probably not going to lose that. There's a few other scenarios, like you can hope for the Chargers to lose out, the Bengals or the Browns, Ravens, whatever. But I think the easiest, most realistic way is for the Bills to win to the Patriots next week. Now, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a lot to ask for, because the Bills and Patriots are actually pretty even. They're both fighting for the division. The Patriots are coming off an embarrassing loss, and you know how Belichick handles those things. He usually comes out firing, especially since he knows the AFC East is on the line. But the Bills do too. If they lose to the Patriots twice, they're done. They don't win the division. Not done for the playoffs, but they just don't win the division. But even then, playoffs would look really slim. So don't think it's only the Patriots fighting for something. The Bills are very much so fighting for something in this game. And as much as I hate them, because you guys know how much I hate them if you've been on this channel, it would really benefit us if the Bills won this game. Now, why? Well, because the Patriots, if they lose to the Bills, would have 6 losses. And we already beat them once. If we win out, that would give the Patriots 7 losses just like us, and since we beat them twice in that scenario, we would get in the playoffs over them. So if they beat the Patriots and Dolphins win out, I think they actually have like a 96% chance of making playoffs or something like that. So obviously the biggest thing we have to do is just win out. Like, we do need help, but if we don't even win any of the, like literally, if you lose 1 of the next 3 games, you're done. Like, you're not making it. So we have to do our part and win out, but for once, and I mean once, never again, I'm actually rooting for the Buffalo Bills. Now, if they lose, it's still not completely over. You can hope that the Bills lose one more game, and maybe they lose to the Falcons, but probably not. So I don't know. There's a few scenarios where we make it. We're not as far away as you think. Like, we still have just about as many losses as all the other AFC wildcard teams. And a lot of those teams, if they just lost one more game, we'd be ahead of them. So it's definitely not over, but the Colts win was actually a pretty big blow. So I don't know. I guess another scenario is if the Colts win out and the Titans lose their next 2 games, with one of them being against us and the other being against San Francisco, the Colts would actually win that division, and the Titans well, since we beat them, we would have the tiebreaker over them and make it. That's another scenario, I suppose. But anyway, staying on topic, yeah, I hate to say it, Dolphin fans, but it really probably is the smart thing to do to root for the Buffalo Bills. If you let me down, Bills, I can't tell if I'll be happy or not, because on one hand, I'm really happy to see you guys lose and possibly miss out on the playoffs. But on the other hand, we did kind of need you guys to win. But I guess we also needed the Patriots to win this game. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Playoffs are alive, looking tough. Most importantly, we just have to win out. But yeah, Dolphin fans, as much as I hate to say it, you do got to root for the Bills. I'm kind of repeating myself, so I'll end the video there. But there goes the hardest video I've ever made on this channel. Hopefully I never have to do it ever again, because everyone always thinks it's hard to root for the Patriots. But gosh, I think rooting for the Bills is even harder, at least on my side of things. So I guess you could root for the Jets to beat the Bills if they lose to the Patriots, because, hey man, the Jets, you need something good, right? Anyway, all right, I'm repeating myself. You guys have a good day, and I will catch you later. Fins up.